15-yard line. They go back to the air here after the eye. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sam Acho in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now it's the backup Smith. It's caught. Michael Pruitt. And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line. A big play here for the Cowboys. 42 yards. Now Gino on 1st down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now with Smith. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
And Jason Garrett's going to leave the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
4th and 1. I don't think Wild Horses could have dragged that quarterback off the field. He was motioning to go for it from the start.
And he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They go play action here on 1st down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the 1st down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did, and batted it away.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd and 10, Smith. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy. Touchdown. Terrence Williams, 29 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. The safety, Calvin Pryor, is there on the tackle.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on second down is Smith. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing now is Geno. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Here's Gurley. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll fake it. Now Smith. He's got time. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They're going to go for it. It's Smith. And he finds Stills, complete. That one good for 21 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence. I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense because you got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver up.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Geno now to throw, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And Stills over the middle. 14 yards there on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up. In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. And they're going to speed things up here. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. On first down, it's Smith. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be second down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then break.
And it's intercepted in the end zone. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by... the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Final play of the half, Cousins. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you up to Orlando, and with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Larry Ridley. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The veteran safety, Dante Whitner, in on the tackle. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw on second down is Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. It'll go as a loss of about 6. So now it brings up third. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. Third and long for Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And taken right on the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. A terrific return, 30 yards all in all. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Another carry now for Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to him back.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Chad Greenway. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing is Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really... And he's in! Touchdown, Patriots! Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, not giving up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an off
hard to admit that I used to draw. Portraiture in a human form, doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing, moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and a muse from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth to refuse to belong. No name nuisance, who's in a bedroom, who's in a brand new cuneiform form. Barely commune with the horde, got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone amp to the yap of the magpie, unseen hand dragging his graphite. Cross contour, little bit of backlight, black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get three dimensions stuffed in a two. Then it's off to a school where it's all you get to, being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a two-bedroom.
Thank you, Larry. So the picks are in. We welcome you to this Draft Champions contest. I'm Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, ready to call the action. And let's get to it. Down to the field. It's time for kickoff. Two teams here amped and ready for football, and off we go in week 2 of Draft Champions. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 20s.
Hello, my name is Kamal. I am from the clouds. I'm a human now, but I used to be a raindrop. Word up, I'm really good at putting words up. I make them levitate and circle with the birds. I don't need to force it, I let it occur. Whatever occurs, thank you. Feel like I was touched by an angel. Once again, a whole nother angle. I got a lot of holes in my angle. I got a lot of love and a whole lot of ignorance, and that's a good thing if you want to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. It's come out like a power with an M. I get down like gravity, rackety rappers and raps rapidly follow the rapid into the rap. Rebel feeling riveting, rhythmically, a riot, vigorous spinner.